Okay. So good evening, YouTube. I'm Andrea. I am hostess here on Talk and Talk every Monday at 8 p.m. I will be here to talking about some good subjects, okay? And the topic today is dealing with criticism. And before we start the conversation, I will explain a little bit how it works, okay? So Talk and Talk is a language platform to practice English, Spanish, Italian, and French. This is not a class. It means that I am not a teacher. I will not correct or teach anyone here, but everybody will gonna learn a lot because this is a real environment to practice our speaking skills, okay, guys? So we are here in 90 people. I will create, I think, 2 more rooms just to make the conversation flow better. And I would like to ask you, please, in these more rooms, choose a person to guide the conversation, to ask the questions, and to make sure that everybody can participate, okay? So 10 minutes before the end, I will bring the guys back here in the main room, and we can discuss about the experience in another rooms, okay? So if you are watching us on YouTube, please, and want to know more about this project, please go to our website, talkandtalk.com.br, and find more information, guys. So let me put the questions here. Just a moment. Computer is a little slow today. Everybody can see the questions? Yeah? Okay. I will create the rooms, guys. Just a moment. What do you think, guys? Two or three rooms is enough? Let me know. Two rooms?
I think 3.
3? Okay. We are on 9, okay. 3 people, okay. So guys, the rooms are open. If you receive the invitation, please accept, okay? And see you later, guys. Okay. Let me see. It works. So guys, let's start our conversation. Sonia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay. Hello, I'm Sonia. I'm from Paraguay. I live in Asunción, Paraguay. I am 53. I'm married. My husband is from Brazil, from São Paulo, but he lives here with me. He lives here 30 years ago. He's one Paraguayan more. I'm psychologist. I'm clinical and organizational psychologist. I'm psychotherapist. I'm working it. And here I am in Talk and Talk, trying to learn more and more about English and share with the other people's. It's very good to me. It's my 6th week.
Yeah, you are enjoying a lot, you know, Sonia?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I am very fine with the results that I can see.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely here it's the best place to practice our conversation,
For
yeah?
sure, for sure.
Thank you. And it's really good to see you here because you said before that it's late for you. My time, you know? Well,
Yes, yes.
thank you for coming.
It's very late, but I tried and here I am.
Thank you for coming, Sonia. Thanks so much. And you, Swelly, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, girls. Hello, YouTube. My name is Suelen. I'm 35 years old. I live in Cubatão, Baixada Santista, and I live with my parents. I have no pets anymore. Let me see. I am looking for a new job and for any trade because I am an employee since February in this year. And I am here to practice my English, to remember words, to meet new people. And I like to be here because it's a great way to learn and practice English, Spanish, and Italian.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Suelen. And guys, about me, I'm Andrea. I'm 45 years old. I was born in São Bernardo do Campo, but I've been living in Guarujá since I was 7 years. I am married. I don't have kids. I work as an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. And I am very excited because next month I will start a college. I will do logistic course. So I am happy because of this. I think it's a way to improve, you know, because I really like to study. I love studying English. And I think it's very nice to learn more about other things, you know. So that's it, guys. Let's start our conversation. Number 2, what comes to mind when you hear the word criticism? Sonia, please, can you share with us?
Okay. I don't know exactly. For me, criticism is not necessarily some bad. I guess we have the prejudice that criticism is always something bad about something or someone, and for me, it's not necessarily this criticism sometimes is necessary for us to grow up in our life and to improve some things on our profession or our job or something like that. It's not necessarily a bad word for me.
Yes, Sonia, I agree with you. I think it's not always that people doing some criticism that we need to see always the bad side of the criticism. I think sometimes it's good to understand the situation, improve more, because sometimes we don't see what we are doing and sometimes it's not good, and the other person can see it better than us, and sometimes it's a way to, how can I say that,
Yes.
to put you aware that you are doing something wrong, you know. I agree with you. And you, Swelling, what do you think? What comes to your mind?
I think that's kind of you, girls, because I think if the criticism starts with respect and I don't know, argument. I think it's necessary. It's not at all time a bad situation, bad thing, because like Sonia has said, it's good for our growth, our improvement. So I think it's correct when the situation needs to be how can I say, quando a situação precisa ser melhorada. So I think that's it.
Yeah, definitely, guys. So let's move on. We are deep in this question because I think it's a good topic to discuss. How do you deal with personal criticism? Are you able to manage it well, or do you face some difficulties? Suelen, I will start with you.
Well, I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes I think it's a little sad. It maybe hurts a little, but I think if the words have respectful words and have how can I say, a logic in the phrase, the argumentation, I think it's positive. So when I will receive a new criticism, I should will stop and thinking about in which situations I can do better, I can improve myself, grow up in some areas. I think that's the way.
Okay, but how is the first impact that when you receive a criticism, you how can I say that? You understand immediately, or you just, oh no, okay.
Sometimes I felt sad, a little sad, and insecure too, because the situation what happened. But I think I should have stopped and thinking about what the person is talking to me and think it's correct. It's good for me to grow up. So I think it's more or less, it's the way to start.
Yeah. I am a little like you. I think everybody don't like to receive a criticism, you know. The first impact, it's you be sad because, or even angry, but after that I stopped to thinking, and sometimes I realized that I am wrong and I needed to receive this kind of criticism, and I try to put it in a way that I can improve. But I have to confess that it's not so easy for me. I have a lot of difficulty to deal with it. And you, Sonia?
I agree with Suelen that depends of situation and depends of person that do the criticism. Criticism should be done with respect at the first time, I think. For me, it's good to receive criticism in my job. For example, it's not easy. It's not easy, but the first impact is angry, is hard. But after I think about it, and sometimes reflection about about it, and it's good sometimes, but depends of the person and depends of respect. I don't accept criticism about done without respect, and I don't accept criticism about my body, about my weight. I don't accept. I answer and I stop the situation in the moment because I think it's not necessary.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. And it's kind of impolite to talking about this kind of things, you know? Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's more difficult, for example, to receive criticism that people that I know, for example, my family, my friends, I prefer receive some kind of criticism that people that I don't know so much. I don't know why. I think I take it for personal thinking when I know better the person, you know. But yeah, I am like that. And you are the same way or not? Do you have this problem?
Yes, yes, because it's difficult. It's easier for me to receive criticism about people that we don't know. I don't know. Sorry. For example, in social medias, I received a lot of criticism because I wrote articles and something about my profession, and you have all kind of person who answer it a different way, and it's no matter for me when they don't have they don't criticism with respect, but it's more difficult when I receive criticism of my family, my husband, people who is important, who are important for me because their opinions are important for me. I have I don't know if it's a problem, but that's it.
Yeah, I understand you. For me, it's more difficult also. I don't know, maybe we don't know, we don't want to admit that maybe we can stay wrong, we can make something wrong. I don't know. It's different. Okay, let's move on, guys. Is it possible to improve yourself by receiving some criticism? What do you think, Suelen?
I think it depends on the situation, because if you are receiving a criticism and in a work, for example, and the person talks with you with respect, and the person point the show to you the point of that you have to change your position, your words, action, anyway, whatever. I think I will stop and think about it and do something to change it to a better way to do the test, for example. But I think it starts when I realize that I need to change, to improve. But if the person talks and I think it isn't necessary, goes out and I I will not improve, I will not change nothing. So I think it depends on the person, like Sonia has said, depends on the argumentation too. So I think that's it. And you?
Yeah, I agree, guys. I agree with you, Suelen, but I think the first step, it's we need to have this idea that we need to improve, because even when you are at work, for example, or for me, it's difficult to receive some kind of some bad feedbacks at work, but I try to do my best to not do what the person that think that I am doing wrong, for example, again, so I'm trying to improve. So I think we can improve receiving some kind of criticism, but as we are saying here, I think depending on the situation and depending the way that the person can pass it for you, in a polite way, I think it's very nice. I think. And you, Sonia, do you agree? It's possible to.
Yes, I think it's possible because we can, I don't know who said, darme cuenta. We can do an insight and think about our own actions in different areas of our lives. When I was chief in one of my works, I used to be to do an evaluation for my team, for everyone of my team. And I tried always to highlight the positive things first, at the first. And then I talk about they can improve. It's a criticism, but doing with a lot of respect and without hurting the other person. I did it, and I didn't have any problems with anybody, never, because I start highlighting the positive things of the person, of his work, and that's good for me. It was a good lesson.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way, because when you are saying for the person the positive side, the positive things first, the person will be happy. If you start saying the bad side, the person, it's change, the person maybe will be angry, I don't know, disappointed, but you do on the contrary. It's very nice, because the person know that you are seeing the good side of the experience. It's very nice. It's a good one, Sonia. So let's move on, guys. Sonia, how do you maintain motivation and confidence after receiving criticism? It's easy for you to maintain it or not?
No, it's not very easy for me, especially that we're saying if the criticisms come with from a person who is important for me. I remember when I was a student on college, and I had I used to do therapy, and my psychotherapist said some things about my personality, my behavior, and when the session ends, I close the door angry, and I swear I will never come again. And then when I work in my home, I think about it, and I think, oh, if this is reason, it has reason. I don't know how to say in English. Ela tinha razão. Seria bom que eu mudara isso. I think that's good. Depends of situation, but it's not easy. I think it's not easy for anyone.
Yeah, I agree with you. For me, it's very difficult, guys, because I consider myself a little stubborn. So sometimes even I am not right, I try to say that I am right, you know. So for me, it's difficult to understand, to accept, but depending on the situation, I think I'm a kind of person that overthinking a lot. So if I have problems, I will go to the bed thinking about this problem. And if you say something for me that makes me feel bad, oh gosh, it's terrible, you know. I how can I say, I lose my sleep. Oh, sorry, I am terrible today, guys, sorry about. And I continue overthinking about the problem. And you, so Ellen, how do you maintain confidence about receiving a criticism?
It's difficult for me too. I think I have to construction and maintain my confidence in myself always. If I will receive criticism or a good things for my job, for me anyway, whatever. I think I have to stop and thinking. I am good, maybe not at the moment. I am so good, but I will. I can do better. I can improve myself. It's just how can I say in English, phase. It's just a moment, and never stop at the same way. So the things will change, always changing. So I have to how can I say, bring the good things and think in it, and in the next step, next day, do the best. I don't know, something like this, because I am an action person, so I think more and more, so it's difficult to me.
Yeah, I think we always try to observe the good side of this kind of situation, but I think it's very hard to observe all the good sides, you know, because you are listening the person saying something bad about you, and how you can feel happy listening it. It's impossible, but we need to try. Yeah,
I think we have a tendency to focus on the negative opinions.
Yeah.
We have a lot of positive opinions and we focus on the negative.
Yes, Sonia.
It happens for me.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with you. Yeah. And sometimes maybe the people say 10 good things about you and one
Yes.
thing's bad, and you will focus on just in the one thing bad, you know?
Yes.
One bad thing. That's it. Okay, guys, let's move on. Swelling, do you know how to separate your ego from the criticism you receive? Let me know.
Again. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Sometimes I do not see my ego. I think it's difficult. I think when the person is my family, is my relative, I don't know. I don't see my ego. If the person is my friend, maybe I will see. My real friend, maybe I will see. Because I don't know my relatives. I think I don't know if the person say something bad for me, criticism. I think that the person is.
It's worse than me. Why? Why she is talking about it, but she's do a lot of things. Yeah. It's a judgment.
It's a judgment. Yes, that's the word. So for me, that's it. If you, my friend Zaya, say something, Silent, think more about it. Do you think it's better to do this in that way, for example? I don't know, whatever. I will stop and think with care. Zaya is a kind person, so I will think. But if one of my relatives, bullshit. Move on.
And you, Sonia, let me know. I am curious about this question, guys.
Oh my God. For me, it's very, very difficult to separate my ego from the criticism, especially in my work, because how I am a very perfectionist person, I am very perfectionist in my work too. And I consider that I am a very good professional. So it's very, very difficult for me handle to criticism, accept other opinions, and it's not good because everybody is free to take own opinion, and maybe some people don't like my work or my style of working, and it's not bad because I am good, but I'm not perfect. I can make mistake, and I have to learn to handle with criticism. But I admire is hard for me.
Yeah, and talking about ego, I think it's more difficult because when we don't understand or we not accept what the person are saying, it's because of our ego, you know. It's the
Yes.
Yeah, I think we don't accept it because of this. And as you said, I consider myself a good professional. also, and I don't like to receive criticism about my work, my job. The first impact for me, it's not accept, but because I try to do my best every moment, and I don't see the, how can I say that? I used to say, for example, I prefer that you say something, me xinga de algum nome, I don't know how to say it in English, to say that I am incompetent, you know? I am not incompetent, so don't do that. Don't say that for me, because I will be angry. But for me, it's very difficult, and I think it's always related to the ego. I don't know how to separate, guys. Definitely. Okay, let's move on. Number 7. Do you believe that there is some constructive criticism, or is being criticized always a bad thing? What do you think, Suelen?
Difficult again question. Constructive criticism or being criticized always a bad thing. I think it depends on the situation, the person who are talking to you. If you know that that person don't like you, or make a lot of gossip in the office, for example, or in the family. I don't know if the words from that person will be very honest, and if I will can take consideration for their advice or their criticism. So I think it depends on the person, depends how the person are talking to me. If the person are respectful for me, if are good argumentation. So I think it depends on it. If there aren't all that things, I think it's a bullshit and throw away.
Yeah, I think it's a hard question to answer, because at the first time, I think we always believe that criticism, it's bad, you know? Depending of the situation, it's always bad. But I think we can improve, and as you said, depending on the person that are talking to you, because sometimes we receive some advice from persons that you know that it's not true for you, with you. It's like a JLOs, have a JLOs, I don't know if it's correct.
Competition.
Yeah, that's it. It's so, how you are trusting in a person that you know that it's not so confident, so trustful. It's difficult. So as Suelen said, I prefer to throw away this advice, this kind of criticism, and go ahead, you know. And you, Sonia?
I agree with Suelen. Depends of person who had criticism. Maybe you can perceive if the criticism is with another intention.
Yeah.
I guess. Because it's for jealous or competition in the work or another things. I think you can perceive if you pay attention. And when we have a constructive criticism, I like to change the word criticism for suggestions. I think that exists the constructive suggestions, not the constructive criticism. A few years ago, I read a book who said it's called psychiatrists and psychologists too, and he said don't exist constructive criticism, because when somebody has a criticism for you, it's about something you have to change, and so it's not constructive. He said that, but I would change the word criticism for suggestion.
Yes,
in my opinion.
Yeah, and you brought something very interesting, Sonia, because if you stop to think, criticism, it's a criticism, it's not good. So it's always a bad thing. But if we start thinking about suggestion, I think it can, how can I say that, it matches more with the situation. And guys, I forgot I will say about the question. Do you think the criticism can be like a kind of prejudice or not, guys? What do you think? Yeah?
Sometimes, yes. I guess. In my experience, I received a lot of criticism in some place where I worked, because I was chief and I am a woman, and I received a lot of criticism for the other woman, and the man, of course. And another criticism that I received was because I was very young to be chief. And it is prejudice because I finished my career when I was 20 years old. And I finished my career when I was very young. And when I was 27, I had a lot of experience, 7 years of experience, and I was very young. And it was a prejudice about my
age. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's even worse, the prejudice, guys. And you, so do you agree?
I agree with Sonia. I don't recall now if I had received any prejudice, any criticism related to prejudice, but I agree with Sonia because she is woman. She in the past was 27 years old, and why she can't be a leader, a chief,
a good professional.
Professional? Why? That's no reason to it. So I think it's jealousy, prejudice, sexism, a lot of bad feelings.
A lot of bad things together,
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay, guys, I will bring the guys back, but before I think we can answer the last question. Do you think it's possible to not receive any kind of negative feedback? And how? If it's possible, how? Suelen.
I think it's isn't possible because we working with a lot of people, we living with different people, so we will receive negative feedback. We'll do to the people negative feedback. I don't know. I think it's impossible.
Yeah, I
Because
agree with you.
We are not perfect. We are not robots. So we are human beings. So I think it's impossible.
Yeah. And you, Sonia?
Oh, it's impossible. Only if you don't do anything, you don't receive criticism. But if you do something, you will receive any criticism in some time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. It's impossible not to receive a bad feedback. Even if you are doing your best, someone will see something wrong in what you are doing and will say something bad for you. It's hard. I think it's impossible to have this kind of situation. So guys, people are back here in the main room. Let me see. More people. Okay, okay. Okay, so how was the conversation, guys, in the breakout room? Marcio, how was the conversation for you? Did you like the topic today?
Conversation is very, very good. Conversation with Fernanda and Ayla. But this topic you chose is very, very hard about the criticism for us. Difficulty about I forgot the name. Talk about the situations, bad situations. For example, about the hard criticism. When I said in another question about the criticism, constructive criticism is very good. You improve a lot, but in different moments you will receive the bad criticism when your motivation is low. It's very, very hard. But I like a lot the conversation today.
Okay, thank you so much, Marcio, for coming. And about you, Monica, do you like the conversation? How was it for you?
I liked the conversation, but I agree with Mars. The topic is very complicated to talk about this, because when I receive a criticism, sometimes I don't like, because I like when I receive the criticism, when I note is for when I want to become a better person. But when I receive the negative way, is very complicated.
Yeah.
I think everything depends on the situation.
Yeah, and I think the first impact for us to receive a criticism, it's hard, you know, you don't accept it because it's a critic. So how you will accept a critic? But we need to think about, oh, maybe the person is right. You need to stop to think, but it's really difficult, guys.
The first thing I do is I breathe deeply.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Monica. And you, Vandinha, how was the conversation for you?
It was a really good conversation. Yeah, it's a difficult topic, but difficult topics is so good for the brain to how
exercise the brain.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Thank you for the topic.
Nice, thank you. And you, Glorinha, did you like it, the conversation?
I like so much, Andrea, and listen the colleagues talk about the top. I think here when you receive a bad Christmas, essa palavra eu vou ter que repetir muitas vezes.
Criticism.
Criticism. And in this moment, it's bad. You feel so bad. But if you think about that, have enough bad criticisms, que você cresce.
We can improve
Yeah.
with the criticism. Yeah.
Yeah, because you think about you have the opportunity to change another things, your actions.
I agree.
É uma coisa a se pensar.
Yeah, we need to think about it, guys. Okay, thank you, Glorinha. And Nayara, how was it for you?
Was really nice. I didn't know that word, criticism. I didn't know. I thought it was like Christianismo. It's not. But
when you see the question.
But was really nice. I didn't have time to answer the question number 6, but it was great to hear the other girls' opinions. It's really nice to share these things. It's really important to talking about this topic.
Yeah, nice, guys. I am very happy that it's even it's a hard topic, but I think it's good to exercise our brain. Here in the main room, it was really hard to answer also, guys. It was not easy. And you, Ayla, how was the conversation for you?
Yeah, it was good, but complicated. I agree with you guys said, because it involves ego, and it's difficult. But on the other hand, I think criticism is a good thing because we can become better. Yeah, to improve, to change.
Yeah, it's hard to accept, but it's necessary to have some feedbacks like that. Okay, guys, Sonia, Suelen.
It was
Okay.
very good. It makes me think a lot, and trying to express myself is very good to practice our English.
Okay, girls. So thank you so much, guys, for coming today with me. I put on the chat the survey. Please, I would like to ask you to answer. It's very important for me to receive this feedback, okay? Give me some suggestion for the another topics. And the next week, guys, we are gonna talking about, oh my gosh, some days are better than others. So it's light, it's not so hard, but I think it will be a very nice conversation, okay? So I hope to see you. No, it's nice. I have a music to share with you, so it will be nice, guys. I hope to see you. Okay, I hope to see you all here, guys. Thanks so much for coming, okay? Bye-bye. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.